going on, XFL Sipper here with another edition of Niner Nation. Just finished the NFC Championship game. Slightly disappointed in our performance. Alan Navarre didn't quite light up the scoreboard. 49ers as a whole didn't light up the scoreboard. Dallas Cowboys kind of just ran rampant all over our defense, and we just had no answer for them. We couldn't run the ball. Alan Navarre threw into traffic quite a bit and ended up with 2 interceptions and no touchdowns. So, I mean, it's obviously not a disappointment to make it to the NFC Championship, regardless of how we made it there. But it's a little disheartening to see our performance in the end of the year. But shifting gears, this Niner Nation episode, I wanted to go ahead and focus on those outstanding performances we did have throughout the season. We had some real highlights. Obviously, throughout the season, been doing the Niner Nation highlights and all that nonsense, but we had some real standout performers this year, and obviously, Alan Navarre was one of our biggest performers. So, without further ado, here are some of the top highlights, or not top highlights, some of the top players within the Niner Nation and the 49er organization this season. So, first off, we have Alan Navarre. This is pretty much a no-brainer, right? Everyone knows he had 4,021 yards, 37 TDs, 9 interceptions. That's just downright amazing. 75% completion percentage. He led the league in the highest QBR, made the Pro Bowl for his first season, Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Offensive Player of the Year. I mean, this kid is going to go somewhere. Obviously, we found our franchise quarterback. There's really not much more to be said about him. He's hopefully going to continue this trend into his sophomore year. We will see how that goes next season. Now, next up, we have Zay Jones. That was the primary target of Alan Navarre. He was kind of like a crutch, I guess. I mean, with 95 receptions, that's pretty close to being a little outrageous there. I think that's 1,685 yards. 14 touchdowns. I mean, the guy made the Pro Bowl for the first season, or for the first time during XFL season. He was a reception leader, obviously, with that 95 receptions, and then wide receiver of the year with those yards, touchdowns. There's really no debating. This guy has gone from average under CJ Beathard to just an amazing wideout. He's basically the go-to guy for Alan Navarre in any type of crunch time situation. He's going to be there for a while as well, obviously. Next up, Xavier Howard. This is a funny situation because he's in his contract, or he's in a contract year, and 49ers haven't quite figured out if they're going to keep hold of this guy, whether they're going to franchise tag him or offer him a contract. They haven't quite offered him, or I haven't offered him a contract yet. But he had 28 tackles, forced 1 fumble, 6 interceptions, which I don't know if I knew he was in a contract year or what, but this guy was pretty much all over the place. It's pretty good for us. We really haven't gotten a lot of turnovers this year, and he was one of the main guys that put our defense. Well, actually, we didn't get any turnovers previous years, and he's one of the main guys that stepped up and made our defense actually formidable this year. Obviously, he made the Pro Bowl for the first time as well, since we didn't really have a very good team last year. Now, next up, this was our rookie pick. I think he was late in the first round, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. But Barry Fininzi, or it's pretty sad I can't say his name. Fininzi, whatever. 21 tackles, 13 sacks. I mean, this guy was just all over the place. Coming straight from DT, he was just destroying it from the inside, and made the Pro Bowl. Great addition to our interior line. Obviously, it didn't help with Dallas's 8,000 overall rated freaking guards, tackles, and centers, and whoever the hell else they have out there. But he is definitely a formidable guy that we will be keeping around for quite a while. Now, this is kind of a vindication, or a vindication for the pick that I had my first season. I knew I had some issues on the defensive line, so I wanted to shore those up. So I picked up Albert Lewis. He didn't quite show up his rookie season, but his sophomore season, this guy was just a beast. I mean, only 18 tackles. I guess it's not a whole heck of a lot, but those 11 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. And obviously he made the Pro Bowl, so he's just going to continue to be an amazing asset to the 49ers. I mean, that interior defensive line of the 49ers now should be pretty stout. it should have been pretty stout in the NFC Championship, but everyone saw what happened as freaking Ezekiel Elliott just ran all over my butt. So, but Albert Lewis was kind of a controversial pick at, I think I had 12, 13, I don't remember what pick he was, but I think he's shown up, and I think he's going to be in the 49er uniform for quite some time. Now, Nicholas Howard, this guy, this linebacker, he's just a blitz machine. He's got, some ridiculous finesse moves. He's speed off the right end. He's just been destroying people left and right. Coming in, rookie year, 5 sacks, 3 interceptions, 28 tackles. Nicholas Howard is probably my favorite pick this year. I mean, obviously, Allen Navarre is the #1 pick for just about anybody, but Nicholas Howard is that one guy that kind of the gem I found out there in the draft, so I'm really proud of this guy. He's going to continue to be a 49er as well, obviously. Seems to be a little bit of a trend, obviously, with this defense. That's what I've been focusing on, I think, for the most part during this season and during the drafts. This is another guy we picked up in one of the later rounds, Michael Mayberry. This guy, he didn't play much, he didn't get much PT, but the reps he got, he made them count. I mean, 11 sacks as a rookie, 11 tackles, 1 forced fumble. Sadly, he didn't make the Pro Bowl. Kind of a snub there, but with everybody just destroying the sack records with 40 and 50 and 60 sacks, it was kind of hard for him to compete. But, man, any other league, 11 sacks, any other, world, 11 sacks is just going to put you somewhere in a Pro Bowl. But he didn't quite make it, but this guy is freaking ridiculous. He'll probably be starting for us next year. And now, last but not least, he's the staple of the 49ers. He's been here, obviously, since I took over this team, and with 30 tackles, 14 sacks, he led our team in sacks. Did not make the Pro Bowl, but Solomon Thomas is just, he's a disaster for anyone running to his side. He's got ridiculous block shed. He's got ridiculous finesse moves. So he's going to make it difficult for anyone to try and run on the outside. So you would think we'd be able to stop just about anyone running, but we know how that works. It's Madden, and it just doesn't matter what you do sometimes. But Solomon Thomas, he's going to be here for a while. I think he's like a 99 overall, so I'll have to pay him like 15,000 million bazillion freaking dollars. I'm not sure what it is. So that's it, guys. We had a great season. I mean, the season was pretty surprising. Obviously, it went from, I think, 2-14, #1 pick, to making the NFC Championship on some technicality, but I guess I'll take it. Wasn't too happy about it, but I thought I could compete a little bit better in the NFC Championship. However, it did not happen that way. So I want to wish everyone a great offseason. Wish the best of luck to the Cowboys in their Super Bowl bid, and obviously the other 2 contenders that potentially match up with him. And I guess I'll see you guys next season. Looking forward to it. Really hope this draft goes off without a hitch, and maybe we can fix some of our holes within our run game mostly, and go from there. So thanks again for watching, guys, and we will see you next season.